Hi friends, this is Becky and I'm going to be opening and sorting into an organizer my Out of This World project box from Danielle Wickes. This is not a bead subscription. She does take a pre-order from it before they become available for shipping, and they are curated bundles of beads that have beads, findings, and projects that Danielle has already come up with and created in order to have fun and play with these beads. And I love these. I've gotten the project box since her first inaugural one. I was very excited about it. And I love to get these. And one of the reasons I love project boxes like this is because then we've got like all the beads and you can have fun with it. There's going to be leftover beads that I can play around with myself, but then we have these projects that she's already done the math for. She's already got PDF patterns that you can follow, and I love sort of that me time designing thing where I'm not actually having to do that work. I can just bead and have fun with the beads. She's already put in the work for me. So I really appreciate that. So this Out of This World project box is the one for November 2025. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but I love space. So I was really excited about this box. And so I'm going to be opening it up, looking at all the beads, and sorting it into an 18 grid organizer. And the reason I'm using an 18 grid instead of a 15 grid like I have in the past is because this month there was a little collaboration between Danielle Wickes and Nealay at SilverSilk and More. And this is the Out of the World bundle where he put together some beads and some SilverSilk chain to go along with and accompany this. So I'll also be putting this into my organizer. So I wanted something a little bit bigger. I'm going to be laying down this corner here, just this side. I can put some longer tubes of seed beads and my SilverSilk chain in here while we do that. So let's get this box opened. I'll put a link to these organizers if you'd like to check that out. Let's see what we've got here on this description. The November-December projects box, Step into the Cosmos with a space-inspired bead collection, curated for jewelry makers who love to explore new galaxies of creativity. Inside you'll discover a dazzling assortment of beads and findings that capture the mystery and beauty of the night sky. I love this. We're going to have 8/0, 11/0, and 15/0 seed beads. We're going to have cubes and berry beads. Those are the ones that look kind of like peanuts. We're going to have some check glass beads and some stainless jewelry findings for all of that. And then she's got the pattern pages. She's also been uploading and publishing some tutorials for each of these projects as well on her YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed to her YouTube channel, I highly recommend it because she does a lot of fantastic designs. She does lives every Saturday, just doing some beading. There's usually collaborative live on Sundays, the SilverSilk Sundays, where she and Nealay will be working on that. And that's actually how I found out about this, was because they have been over the last few weeks using the this bundle and this, and there is a official unboxing on the Danielle Wickes YouTube channel. I'll link to that so you can check that out. But I'm very happy about this. And then we get a more detailed list of everything that's in here down below, and a little QR code to get to these, the pattern page. It's not hidden, it's for anyone and everyone, so you could actually scan this while you're watching it and access those patterns while you're watching this video if you wanted. Alright, it's not for box purchasers only, it's for everyone because she likes to democratize learning like that. Alright. Let's get this open. I love the wrapping. Spectacular job. Stellar job. There we go. Not just spectacular, but stellar. Let's get this guy open and take a look at what is in it. I'm very excited about it. I love these. I love these. Alright. I love that bead mix. Ooh, we've got some bead thread too. I love that. This is Miyuki beading thread. That is a pre-wax thread. That is nylon. It is not thermally bonded like Fireline, but it is a good beading thread to have. We've got my little bindings pack there. Let's get the rest of these beads out here. Looks like we've got our checked glass selection here. Got some fire polished beads. No, those are drukes. We've got these. I did notice on Danielle's site, she does have extras for a lot of these things on her site, like these beads, the fire polish strand, this one here, and even this strand. I don't know how long they'll last, but there are extras there. So if you missed the opportunity to purchase this box, go check it out. See if you can grab some of that. Looks like we've got some super duos too. All right. Let's start with the seed beads, because that is one of the things that Danielle is best known for, is seed beads and bead weaving and that sort of thing. I'm going to start with these 15-0 seed beads, and we've got a smaller tube, which is perfect because 15-0s, you generally don't need a ton of those for some designs. And because they're smaller, they take up less space in that tube, so you could have something this short and still have more beads than something this size with the larger beads. Get up close with these guys. This is like a matte. Let me see if we've got a description. The name of this, they are Dark Matter is the name of this color. It is a matte rainbow iris kind of a color for that. And I'm just going to scoop this up. Sometimes instead of getting a bead scoop, I will just scoop with the lid, because it's already the right shape to be able to put it right back in there. So we've got 15-0 seed beads. We've got 11-0 seed beads. And this 11-0 mix is the Milky Way mix. I hope she has extras, because I might get more of this mix. Look how beautiful that is. Alright, so we've got a couple of matte finish beads in here. More than one. We've got like this emerald matte. We've got a really light gray, kind of a greeny gray. And then we've got this really pretty light pink. And then we've got this darker, what's that? Purple lined sapphire? Feels like it's blue glass but with purple lighting. That's really cool, actually. Love that. I love having like some interesting types of beads in there. I might be wrong though about what's in that. I do love a good bead mix. Alright, so that's the 11-0 seed beads. Next, we've got our 8-0 seed beads. This is the Pulsar mix. We've got some really light pink beads, some turquoise beads, and then some matte metallic beads, about the same type of color as we found with our 15-0s. So it's the same color of beads, it looks like, for those matte metallic ones as we've got on that. Oh, this is going to be very full. Alright, so let's get these guys in here. Let's make a space. It's just too long. That's all right. I will find a way to make that guy fit. Nope. That's all right. I will find a different way. These guys will fit in there though. So we've got our cube beads as well. These cube beads are cool because they've got a lining on them. See, they've got like this dark blue, like navy blue lining. You've got your mint green lining, and then you've got like a lavender lining. That's really cool, actually. I love this box. I am just absolutely in love with it, start to finish. All right. And then berry beads. And it's Event Horizon Color is the name that she's giving this one. And these one have a dark purple line hole. So you can see where the hole is because of the lining. But that's what I was saying, they look like peanuts to me. One of the fun things about them is because they are curved next to where the hole is, they will snuggle right up next to round beads, like especially small round beads, when you're stringing them or using them in a design. You can help them lock things into place if you need like structural things by using some of this bead shape. Plus it just adds fun shapes to things, so I've got them in that section. Let's take a look at this bead mix. Love this bead mix. There's another bead mix in the SilverSilk one too we'll take a look at, but let's look at this one first. Alright, the first thing that calls out to me are these purple table cut, like long diamonds. And then we've got some oval blue glass. We've got some pink with metallic, half metallic, pink fire polish beads. These are about 7 mil, I think. Then we've got some light aqua and light purple with half metallic fire polish rondelles. I think that's the different beads that we have in this mix. I'm going to go ahead and keep this mix together. I'm not going to sort it into its different parts. We're going to go ahead and stick it right in there. And you know what I might do for these 11-Os is go ahead and stick them in one of these sections, because I can scoop those out pretty easily when I go to create with them. And that way I don't have to worry about that tube not fitting in here. Alright, then we've got some fire polish beads. These are 6mm fire polish beads. It is multi-blue, so we've got some dark, like Montana blue, and then we've got these other light, kind of light sapphire colors. Like I said, there are extras. The last time I looked at Danielle's website, for these guys, and that is a strand of that. Let's get that in there. And then we've got some drooks. These are 4mm beads in Blue Glow. Let's get these guys in here. And then our 2-hole mini duo mix. This is purple, AB Jet, and Seafoam. Probably, no, I can scoop them out too. So that's our 2-hole beads for this selection. We've gotten 2-hole beads in the other boxes, like some gem duos or some other things like that. So getting these super duo mixes is not out of the question. I love this bead strand, y'all. This is super purpley, metallic-y purpley. I'm going to snip it open so you can see what we've got in here. So we've got some more fire polish beads. Looks like these are purple metallic. Getting the fire polish beads off first. And then we've got some table cut flowers. We have 2 that have the travertine finish on the outside, and like that purple and cream mix on there. And then this one is like crystal, but it's got this like backing. So this is one side of the same bead that this is. So we've got the clear side and the other, so it gets like that backlit. And we've got 2 larger table cut flowers in this dark purple color with silver on that wash, and then dark purple with a purple wash on one of these. Love these, and I'm going to go ahead and put these all together in here. Should I do these separately? I don't know yet. I'm going to figure out, I'll stick them in here for now. And then if I need to, you know, make room for something or spread things out a little bit more, I can. I still have all this space left over here. But there's going to be more stuff from the SilverSilk bundle that will be getting put away in there, so I am not concerned about having too much space. Alright, then we've got our findings. Let's take a look at the findings. I don't know the names of some of these symbol findings. Alright, so, okay. We've got, these are symbol findings. So these must be the Alona 2 pairs. That is about the size to be able to stitch in with some others. Then a couple of Tiara cast button stitch in pairs. Then we've got some stainless steel ear wires, again a pair, and some stainless steel lobster clasps, 2 of those, and then about 5 jump rings. And they are 6mm jump rings in stainless steel. So that is our findings for this. I'm going to stick them in the bag because that's going to be easier for me to grab out of here when I go to use it. And stick that right there. Look at that color though. Look at all of that color. Alright friends, let's see what we've got in the SilverSilk bundle, because I have been holding off on opening this until I got my Danielle Wickes bundle and I could play around with all of these at the same time. Alright, now I don't have a list on here of what's in here. Nealay did go over it, I believe, when he showed off the bundle on SilverSilk Sunday. But we can just take a look. And there are some extras of some of these beads on the SilverSilk More site, as well as like the full bundle. The last time I looked, there was still some of this left. So the first thing is some pipe chain, and pipe chain is a little silicone tube. So you see how it's got a hole through it. You can string beading wire, craft wire, all of those things through the tube. And then it's got some fine gauge wire knitted around it. And I love this because it's like, this is like a lilac kind of a color. It's like a purpley color of a tube, but then when you add this bright copper on the outside of it, it makes it look pink. It's super cute and super cool. So this is going to be enough for a bracelet, maybe some earrings, maybe part of a necklace, that sort of thing. I'm just gonna curl it up and put that in there. And then we've got some pearlesque chain, and pearlesque chain is one of those things that every time I see it, I'm gonna be like, oh, I need to buy some of this. This is a decent long, like 3-foot length of pearlesque chain. And what a pearlesque chain is it is a ball chain. We've got some balls hanging out there, which is totally fine. I do not mind. So it is a ball chain that then has some tinsel knitted around it, and then wire knitted around that. So you have, like, this is like an aurora sort of thing on this pearlesque chain. It's a little bit different from the capture chain, which just has the ball chain and the wire. This is some that I used earlier this week. But yeah, so I love the pearlesque chain. It is one of my favorite products. And he doesn't make a lot of it because it is more labor intensive. There's a lot more work that goes into it. But when it does get made, I absolutely jump at the chance. This is exactly Aurora Borealis. That is what these colors are saying to me when I'm looking at this. I'm going to also put that over here in that section next to my seed beads and all that. And now we've got some, is this sea sediment jasper or imperial jasper? I am not sure which. Sometimes I don't know which is which, but I love the colors that you can get with these. And these are some 4mm sort of man-made gemstones, where you've got the turquoise colors and the purple colors, and it's just all of these swirls with those. I'll stick those over here next to the droops. Speaking of droops, we've got some little teeny 3mm ones in like a navy blue with some sort of finish on it. I'm going to leave these on here because it's going to be easier to pull them out and use them in something if they're already on a strand. And then we've got a couple of rings. These are resin rings in this gorgeous turquoise blue color. I'm going to stick those in there with that. And this I might go ahead and sort. This is a mix of beads. And you can get some of these in like full strands on the pop-up shop at Nealay's site. I'm going to be linking to that as well. Ooh, big fat bead. Look at this gorgeous shape. I love that. This is one of those abstract check glass shapes. And then we've got a couple of fire polish beads that are like 12, 13mm. Some big chunky guys. Anyway, let's see where we are on those. 14mm. Ha! There we go. I'm going to put these guys all together in one of the sections. There we go. Alright, now we've got, ooh, these are like a matte finish triangle sort of bead with these really fun colors. It's like purple and periwinkle. Sort of had a baby, and there's about 5 of those guys. And then we've got some Saturn beads with more of that periwinkle color, but with like kind of a peach. It's about a peach color. I'm going to put these two together as well over there. Oh my gosh, what? Y'all, hold on. There are little star crystals. I love these so much. With an AB finish on them. And then there are these spacers. These little metal faceted spacers. So we've got some of those. Oh, I love this. This is definitely, it's giving celestial because these are, what type of bead is this? It's like mermaid glass, but it's also sometimes like false moonstone. It's two halves, two spheres put together so that it gives you that that shine on the inside. And then we've got these bicones. Are these? I feel like this is aventurine. It feels aventurine to me. If it's not aventurine, if it's just glass that's colored like that, I love that. But it feels like aventurine to me. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at these faceted gemstone beads. Is this tiger eye? Like rainbow tiger eye? Feels like it. All of these are just different colors. This one I think is my favorite. Look at that. Once again, check out the pop-up shop, see if there are any more of these available. And then we've got some more tiger eye, some more galactic. So I'm going to keep this mixed together over here in this section. And there we have the Danielle Wickes Out of This World project box, plus some of the beads from the Out of This World bundle from SilverSilk and More, all together in their little home, getting cozy. And what I'm going to do is I am going to do some of the projects that Danielle has already put together. I'm also going to be kind of playing along. I'm going to pull out my box during SilverSilk Sunday while I'm watching from home and just playing along and making some things while Nealay and Danielle are talking. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll put links to both their YouTube channels in the description below and to their shops. And until next time, my friends, happy beading.